Hello everyone, I'm the Geek Master and I'm here with this last minute pickup live stream. I know it's last minute, so I apologise. I had a bit of time, want to get back into streaming, so I thought I would just do this one as a way of getting back into the swing of it as such. Had the ideal scenario for doing it as I went out on a day on Tuesday and managed to grab quite a few games. So put it all together to help me get back into the flow. Thank you for joining. How is everyone at the minute? Also, I apologise if you see me move my arms a bit. I have a very itchy arm at the minute. Hello there, Dougie. How are you? Apart from waiting for destruction later on GTA, you are alive and good for now. We will see about that on GTA later. Hope everyone can hear me well. I know previously when I've done this, I've had a couple of issues with the audio, etc. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it 2-3 minutes and then I will get into the pickups. In the meantime, I'm just going to go over a couple of bits like regarding the channel, future plans, etc., etc. So I'm looking at getting back onto streaming on Twitch very soon. Haven't done that for a while. I don't know how long, to be honest, a while. So there'll be a video about that when I'm going to do it. Hoping to do it within the next week, though. I still have a few days off work. I'll also be making more regular videos. Hoping to start going out a bit more, grabbing some stuff. Also going to be doing some videos on things other than the games. Manga, which I've had a bit lately. Anime, some board games, get away from the video games. Trading cards. The sort of stuff I've generally been covering. But we will be doing more videos on them. I have ideas. So hopefully you should see a lot more content, including, as people may have seen, a new GTA gameplay clip, which went up last night, very late last night, or very early this morning, one or the other. So there'll be more of them as well, and not necessarily just GTA. Okay, just give it one more minute. Then we will get on with the pickups. Anyone been interested up to anything interesting lately? So we'll just give it another minute or so, and then we'll get into the pickups. This video is not brought to you by Dr. Pepper Zero. It's just water, because why not? Talking of the future video stuff, if there is anything else that people would like to see videos on, just let me know. Leave a comment down below. You should be able to access my other social media, my Facebook, my Twitter, etc., from the links on the channel. So even like leave a post on there, etc., etc., and then I'll be doing more content. Okay. So originally, this was going to be the pickups from my day out on the 7th of March round Essex. So I went to Chelmsford, went to Barleylands, went to Basden. Didn't quite go to plan. I ended up going to the pub a fair bit. But I've also thought about a couple of other games I've got since the last pickup video, which I thought I might as well just throw in here as well. So I'm going to start with them. And the first one is a game I bought at the end of February. It's payday, it's my birthday, why not? And it is Red Dead Redemption 2 for the Xbox One. This was £10 from Cash Converters, and they very nearly only sold me one disc rather than two. Thankfully, I checked, and I got the second disc. So, just to show you quickly, there's one disc. There's the other. Yeah, it's got a couple of bits. Got like, I think it's a map like you get with GTA. So I haven't installed this yet, but I'm going to. I know it probably won't be quite the same as GTA, but it's intrigued me for a while. So I bought it. £10. I'm more than happy with that. And then the other game I bought a couple of days later, I ended up pre-ordering it, is the Metroid Prime Remaster for Switch. Have the original version of this on the GameCube. Have the second one as well on the GameCube, and also the third one on the Wii. I played this a good while ago, but not played it for a while. So I thought, you know what, let's do it. Let's buy this. Hopefully they will remaster the other ones, and we will get news on 4 before too long. Because it's a remaster, it's not so much. It's good. It's about £32, I think, from the game collection. I believe I got it. It does have a nice reversible cover though, but not sure about that side. So what do you think's better? That cover or the actual cover, which I believe is pretty much the same as the original GameCube game. But yeah, Metroid Prime Remaster, 30 quid. More than happy with that. So they're just ones I wanted to throw in. So I figured now they're done, let's get into the games from Tuesday. So these aren't in the order I actually got them on Tuesday. I've like bundled them together into groups. So the first one is this All-Star Baseball 2000 for the Nintendo 64. So in case you don't know, I'm going for the full power cartridge set. European wise, it's 239 games. I was at 160. I bought 2 on Tuesday, so I'll show the other one in a minute. This is the second one I bought from Basildon CX and was £8. I did actually see 3 more games throughout the day that I didn't have for 64, which would have come to 65 quid. And I was like, because we spent quite a bit. So I held off, but I will get them one day. This one was £8, as you can see, from CX. So I was more than happy to get this though. I have 1999, so it's good to get a sequel, get another game added to my 64 collection. And whether I'll get anywhere this year with it is not. I'm thinking as a target 170, we're at 162 around this and the other one I bought. So we are getting there with the collection. We're just over 2/3 of the way there. And that leads us on to the next lot of games. So my local retro game shop is the Retro Hunter, which I'm sure a few people know. Either at the shop or know it's my retro shop. There is actually another one a bit further out, but not too far. And it's called Miso Retro Games, located at Barley Lands, which is it's a farm sort of area, but they have a craft village, and there's a game shop there called Miso Retro Games. Been meaning to go there for a while. Finally had the opportunity. Unfortunately for my wallet, also found a Pokemon card shop literally right opposite. So, yep, live to regret that decision. But happy with the games I bought. And as I just suggested, I got 2 Nintendo 64 games. So the main purchase there was Hot Wheels Racing for the N64, which, as you can see, was £15. I knew there was a Hot Wheels Racing game for the 64. Didn't have it. One sec. That's all right, mate. Glad you can make it at all. I didn't expect many people to be honest, given how last minute it was. So I'm just glad you're here, mate. Same as with everyone. Thank you for streaming in. I really appreciate it. But yeah, so I knew of this game, never seen it in person, I don't think. Never played it, so £15. This was before I spent a fair bit of money, so that's why I bought it. But again, happy to have another one to add to my Nintendo 64 collection. I don't know much about it, apart from I assume it's racing with Hot Wheels. But still, it's another game for the collection, so really happy to get it. We'll give it a go and see where it goes from there. I haven't seen it. I saw the notification, but I haven't seen it yet because I was getting ready for this. I'll have to have a look. Okay. From that shop, that Miso game, I also bought 3 other games, one of which will probably surprise absolutely nobody, and it's this FIFA for the PSP, but as you may be able to tell from the fact it says soccer, and the E, where my finger is there, it is an American one, and it was £2 with Patrick Vieira. So, for people who don't know, I have quite a big FIFA collection, including some foreign stuff. As Doug says, of course it's football. Had to be at least one football game. But this is an American one, and one I don't have. So I was happy to grab it, and especially for £2. So £2. In fact, to be honest, technically it probably wasn't quite £2, but we'll go into that in a minute. But yeah, 2005. So it's probably going to be back to FIFA 2005, 2006. There it is with Vieira and the UMD. Not I can play it, because even if I don't know if the PSP can play the American games, even if they can't, I don't have an English one to start with. But there you go. Yeah, I see there's no surprise at the football FIFA there. Talking of football, another game I bought from there. So it's slightly different for me. Football Manager 2019. So I mostly play these on the Switch now, the Touch editions, but I had a load of these physical on PC from when they first came out. I mean, as Football Manager, so 2005, 2006, that sort of time. One sec. Hey, mate, thanks for coming on. I know it's last minute, but I really appreciate it that everyone's come on. Yeah, so maybe I'll be able to get one of these onto my laptop, although I don't think I have a DVD drive, so I'll probably need to buy one. But yeah, but I've got 2018, and I think I've got all of them up to 19 now, physical. So I'm quite happy with that. Just trying to think, this would be what, from 2018, 2019? So in Create the Future, appears to have the official Bundesliga, or Germany. You got like Bayern there, Schalke, I'm trying to think it's Wolfsburg or Werder Bremen. Yeah. I know what you mean. There is a lot to them games, isn't there? I kind of like that, but there is too much for me personally. But I'm going to try and get more and more to get the full experience, because I want to do the whole thing of taking some random club to glory. But I think, then again, Southend United is too far out there, even when they were in the league in 2019. But who knows? But got the disc, got the instructions. Yeah, Steam installation. So there you go. Yeah, again, it was listed for £2, but PC games were 2 for £5. Sorry, 3 for £5. But I only saw 2 I really wanted, so I only bought 2. And technically, I saved myself £1, which went on FIFA. So, and the last game, I assume this is a bit like one of the ones where they re-release it later on. Is it like Explosive, I think? And it is Power Rangers Time Force. So people might not be aware of this, but I actually have a small Power Ranger video game collection. I've got quite a few of the games now. I think I had a Game Boy Advance one in my last video. So yeah, but Time Force is an older series. I think this one's from 2001 or 2000, one or the other. I assume you mean Football Manager. I actually have all them as well. Again, no PSP player on. But yeah, so there's 5 different arcade style games. Woo. We have a Cyclobot Roundup, a Time Jet Rescue, Roman Tile Match, a Laser Showdown, and an Egyptian Maze. So they're literally going through time, which wasn't quite what happened in the show. That just came back to now from 1,000 years in the future, but there you go. Got the disc. Even got the registry card. Woo. Sort of. Mostly the older ones. There's a couple of the newer bits that I didn't mind, like especially about the mid 2000s, I think. But I like some of the games though. I've bought the recent game, the Battle for the Grid one, which is like these 2D fighter one. But again, that's got a load of characters from the original. So it kind of depends. But game wise, I think I've got most of them, but they do mostly relate to the older stuff. So yeah, I do want the Zords though, the model Zords. I never had one. So that's one thing I really want, especially the green one. This was actually like one of my favorite shows as a kid. I mean, I was what, 6 or 7 when it came out. So I think it stemmed from that. And of course, being like a kid around then, like the Pink Ranger, because I think every kid my sort of age, a bit older, did, to be honest, back then. But yeah, so they're the 4 games I bought from Miso Retro Games. Good selection of games. They had like all the ones you'd expect to see: Master System, Mega Drive, N64, SNES, GameCube, etc. PlayStation 2. Had some Vectrex stuff, I believe, as well. And I think I saw some big box PC stuff as well. I think I saw like Monkey Island, etc. Possibly. I'm not sure which one about, but I know there was one which featured the guy who actually played Tommy along with Ryu and Chun-Li from Street Fighter, where I think Ryu became a Power Ranger. And I think that's actually an official tie-up thing, because I know Ryu and Chun-Li are in the collector's edition of the Xbox. And also, it was my first lunchbox for school. I remember that. No, but I will be in a few years, mate. But yeah, so £21 for these games, but he did them all for 20. Really nice guy in there. Definitely going to go back, just in case of getting up there again. But now I know exactly where it is. Shouldn't be such a big issue to do that. Okay, still got about 7 or 8 games to go. So in Chelmsford, there's a lot of charity shops in Chelmsford, but to be honest, they weren't great. Not in the slightest. And they're a bit all over the place. So plenty of walking. But I need it, if I'm honest. But I also found out there was a Cash Converters. Had some cool stuff in there. Had a boxed Ocarina of Time for £80, I believe it was. A couple other games. They had actually quite a selection of like the Xbox One, PS3, 4 sort of stuff. Not much I wanted, but they did have this Star Wars Force Unleashed for the DS for £2, and it's £6 in CX, so kind of had to get it. I've never played one of these on the DS, so there's the cartridge. Have to hold it because the thing that holds it in place seems to have snapped. But I've played these on the Xbox 360. I've bought the first one again on Switch where it's been released, hoping the second one gets it. It's a fun game, Force Unleashed, where you play Jedi with genuine Force powers like lightning and Force pushing stuff and choking and lightsabers and stuff. It's really fun. I don't know if this will be anywhere near as fun as them games being on the DS, but as a Star Wars fan, I had to get it. I'm going for a decent Star Wars collection, and especially at £2. So, yeah, definitely had to buy it. I don't know if I've got the first one on DS though or not. I'll have to have a look. But I've got a few Star Wars games, so maybe a Star Wars collection at some point. Okay, where next? Oh yes, first place I went to was CEX in Chelmsford, in the High Chelmer Shopping Centre. Pretty big. I know Gernaldinho Plays went there recently, and I think Big Game Al went there as well. From what I've seen, I know he put a video up recently, but I haven't had a chance to see it yet. It is pretty big in there, I will be honest. But I only grabbed 2 games, but I'm happy with these 2. One of them means we go from Star Wars to Star Trek, and the Xbox 360 game. I have played this while my cousin had it, but I haven't played it for a long time. But I am a Trekkie, and I quite like the movies that came out the last few years. Hoping that 4th one does come out. So yeah, but this was only £2.50, so I wasn't going to turn it down, and it'd be good to give it a run through again. Yeah, that's the first one I played actually. But I think I played it on the Wii originally. I think I got it when it came out. And I don't think you do the whole pulling down the Star Destroyer scene. I think it's just a pure cutscene the whole way. So I'm working through it on the 360 to actually get to that point. But I'm really enjoying it, just like using lightning at whoever and throwing stormtroopers around. It's fun. It really is fun. If you haven't played it, I would recommend them. And as Retro Bear says, it is really good fun with the Wii remotes as well, using it like for the lightsaber and that. It's a shame we didn't quite get the full experience with the Star Destroyer. But yeah, going back to Star Trek, I seem to remember it was actually pretty good and pretty fun when I played it. I mean, whether it helps I'm into Star Trek, I'm not quite sure. And I think from what I have played, it's actually one of the better Star Trek games. It's not my favourite. That would be probably Elite Force, which is a Voyager one on PS2. But yeah, this is a fun game though, and I'm really happy to grab that for £2.50. And the other one actually goes back to the PSP, and this was £4, and there's another series I really enjoy, which is From Russia with Love. So, as you may know, this is based on the film. Yes, that is Sean Connery on there. I think they actually did get him to do the voicing, if I remember. I've got it on like the GameCube, etc. Haven't played it, but it's one I've been meaning to play for a while. I've been playing for a few games. It's one on my list. But love Bond. So when I saw it for £4, had to get it. So when I do get a PSP, I've got it's a shooting game to play and a Bond game. So what's not to love? Because I love my Bond games. I suppose you could always try playing golf with the Stormtroopers. Hit me on the head with a golf club or the nuts or something. Might work. I have heard really good things about this one. Personally, apart from GoldenEye, I quite like the Quantum of Solace one, which I know you did the playthrough on the 360. Also, Nightfire, which is from the same sort of time as this game came out. Out of them, that's my favourite one I've played so far. But really looking forward to trying this one. Well, when I get a PSP for now, I've been the GameCube, but you get the point. One sec. Now you're talking, mate. Star Wars would call the GTA. I think we could do something like a lightsaber on the GTA. Don't know what you think, Doug, but you know that would be my weapon, wouldn't it? Especially if you could do the whole repulsor bullets. That would be so funny. We need that. Absolutely need that. And to be honest, given some of the weapons on GTA, like laser, stun gun, I really would put past them. Yeah, exactly. Love Nightfire. Such a fun game. Love the multiplayer as well, especially because you can actually use Oddjob's hat as a weapon. And it does home in, so I love Nightfire multiplayer. Hey mate, thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. How are you? Yeah, agree completely. There's so many good Bond games out there. I mean, people I know nowadays, especially with GoldenEye having recently come back out on Switch Online and Xbox, are saying it hasn't aged well. To be honest, to me, it's still really fun to play. That's what matters to me. I used to enjoy playing it, especially the multiplayer, and I've had so much fun playing this one on the Switch. I just wish they did infinite ammo on the proximity mine still, because that was just ridiculous. But it's still a lot of fun to play with, and that's what matters to me. It still has that charm. But again, Nightfire, brilliant multiplayer. Absolutely love that. Quantum of Solace is a really good single player shooter. I think it has an online multiplayer, which is a shame because it'd be good if it was local as well, because it has some great weapon and design on there. But yeah, as Rich Bear says, The Bond games are generally good. I think there's supposed to be one about Bond Origins, but I haven't heard anything about that for a while, so just have to wait and see, because we haven't had one since Legends, possibly, I think. And that was like when I think Spectre came out, or Skyfall came out, so yeah, a while. It's alright, I'm still going through them, I've still got a few left. I'll just do a quick run through of some of them. So, Force Unleashed 2, a couple of 64 games, we got Hot Wheels Racing and All-Star Baseball 2000. An American FIFA for PSP, Power Rangers Time Force, and Football Manager 2019. Star Trek. And the first two were Red Dead Redemption 2 and the Metroid Prime Remaster. So they're the ones I had before, Trev. So yeah, but I've still got 4 left. So we'll go there in a minute. Tomorrow Never Dies. Yeah, I've heard it's not that great. I do have it. I might even have it twice. I'm not sure. I know there's also The World's Not Enough, which I've played. It's okay. I prefer GoldenEye though. And also, yes, before people ask, I do prefer GoldenEye above Perfect Dark as well. So yeah. Well, assuming you are who I think you are, mate. Yes, and I will destroy you on that. Just like last week, I will destroy you. But yeah, don't worry, I'll be on, mate. Yeah, GoldenEye is like seriously such a fun game. I mean, playing it with the original 64 controller. I know we did the N64 on the TMB podcast recently. Yeah, loving it, especially with the 64 controller. Luckily, I got the wireless one for the Switch when they first announced. But it honestly feels to me like I'm playing on 64. So happy with that. Not yet, no. I did actually play them on GameCube a couple of months ago, I think. Plus, I've had some other stuff to do while I've been off work, so I will still play it. Yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. I'm just hoping they do the other ones, and obviously we get 4. I only opened mine to look into it, to be honest, though. That's the only reason I've opened mine. Yeah. Well, I mean, I've said 64 was my idea, so I remember it a lot because it's, as you know, it's what my set is. It's what I'm going for. Plus, randomly good memory. Long term, not short term. I think I was talking about 10 minutes ago. I probably can remember. Hey, Sean. Thanks for turning up, mate. Oh, that's all right. I'm just glad I have anyone here at all, to be honest. I said, especially given how last minute it was. So to even have 7 people watching now means so much. It really does. Thank you, everyone. I said, there's 4 games, so I'll get into them in a sec. But yeah, you know what? That is a good point, actually. Yeah, let's hide. Let's all run away. To be fair, that's pretty much our thing on GTA. It's like, oh, someone needs help. Let's just leave. Yeah. Okay. So I picked up one game from a charity shop in Chelmsford. Shout out to Gernal Dino Plays, by the way. He told me to look for this shop, and I found it. And really good shout. It's an Oxfam in Chelmsford. It's 2 stories, and the top stories is all like DVDs, books, CDs, vinyls. Most, but not all. You literally just missed a recap as well. Anyway, I was looking through the games. Quite a few there, but all stuff I either had or wasn't interesting. But I did see this. So this is Buzz the Pop Quiz for £1.50. I think it goes for like £8 odd in CX. So happy to grab this for £1.50. It's complete. The disc, it's not bad. It has a couple of scratches, But even if I get it cleaned, it's still going to work out cheaper than how much it normally is in CX, and I don't think there was loads in CX. So, yeah. I thought she was always known as that. Yeah, I mean, I've actually quite loved the Buzz games a lot. I've got a lot of them for PS2. I've got the Mega and Big, which are the general knowledge, that's the word. Sports, music, this one, got a schools one. I just need some decent buzzers, to be honest. But yeah, Buzz games are really fun. I've got a couple on the PS3 as well now. I think the general one at Quiz TV maybe, and music. So yeah, not intentionally, but I guess so, and I might as well because I've actually got a couple of PSP ones as well. So I've got quite a few of the PS2 ones, got a couple of the PS3 ones, and a couple of the PSP ones. Ready for when I do get a PSP. I'm hoping to get another one before too long. So fingers crossed. Some people might actually know what I'm talking about here if you saw it, but we will see. Oh, I'll have to look into that then. I've got like other games like on my Switch and Wii and whatever, load of quiz game show ones. I know Russ knows that I like the quiz show games, so have a lot of fun with all them. But yeah, I quite like my quiz games. Yeah, I have seen some of them are expensive. That's why I always keep an eye out. Thing is, I've seen a fair few buzzers in charity shop, but unfortunately, most of them tend to be the same ones: the music, or the sport, or the mega, which I have. So it's nice to see something different for a change, and at a good price to that as well. So yeah, so that's Buzz the Pop quiz, which really could be a quiz about pop or a general surprise test, I guess. But there you go. Okay, down to the last three games. Just had notification come up saying get 20% off Greggs on Just Eat. So thanks, that's really helpful. Yeah, last place I went to before the pub was Game in Basildon. It's one of the ones where it's tucked at the back of the Sports Direct. Couldn't find it before, but it's actually bloody obvious. Must have just been blind. They have the 3 for 2 offer. So I bought 3 games. Although, to be honest, I really only bought 2 because, well, partly because it's 3 for 2 and the other one was a quid, so I didn't really save anything either. So the first one, which is the free game for a quid, was Don Bradman Cricket 17. I don't mind cricket. I'm not the biggest fan. I only have, I think, one cricket game, which is Ashes 2009 for the Xbox 360. My best ever score on there was getting my brother out for 6. So, and one of them was a wide. So there you go. But yeah, nice cricket game to play on the Xbox One, especially now I have 2 controllers. So I'll probably play this against my brother. No idea if it's any good, but there you go. But exactly. How's that? Ooh. I don't think there's actually many cricket games generally out there. I know there's at least one on the Wii, because I think I used to have it. The Ashes one I said on Xbox 360, this. And the fact it says Cricket 17 just means there's more. I think I have seen a couple of other ones. So yeah. Oh, was it your third of the? Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, I see what you mean now. Yeah, the other 2 were £5 each. So I paid a tenner and got this one free. There was 1 or 2 games I was looking at for like a £5. But I thought, realistically, am I going to play them? Looked at the reviews and I was like, at least this one will give me something to play against my brother. So I got this one. But I mean, other options were, I think it's Immortals Phoenix Rising. That was 1 for a £5. There was Mafia 3, which I was tempted by, but I looked at the reviews and they weren't great. I mean, the whole GTA general concept sounded appealing to me. But yeah. But to be honest, I thought, well, I'd rather that one because at least that one I might play. As for understanding cricket, I don't get a lot of the rolls, but I know they hit the ball with the bat, and obviously you get different points. You get 4, 6, depending where the ball lands, whether you're caught, etc. I know it generally, but not in depth, more like I do football. And also, yes, Roy, I did see a comment earlier. I am wearing the shirt, and I'll wear it tonight because whatever happened at the weekend, we still beat you last week, so I'll take that. They do the 3 for 2 game down by me, but the games aren't great. I've had a look. There's not anything that's catching my eye, especially like more bargain ones. So it's not great. But this one didn't seem to be too bad, actually. It's nice just to go somewhere else where they had a fresh and different selection of games. So I take it cricket wasn't your career choice then, Sean? But yeah. Runs, you know what I mean. I need to I do keep an eye out on it, even like on Switch, etc. But there's hardly ever anything there that actually catches my eye, if I'm totally honest. But if I do see it, I will get it. So, yeah. Oh, even lacrosse, polo, croquet. What about them? I love playing football at school and hockey. I love playing hockey randomly, and not because I could take people's legs out with the hockey sticks. Wasn't too bad at rugby. But yeah, definitely football was my favourite by a long shot. Okay. The last 2 games, the other one's in the 3 for 2, is Soul Calibur 6, which I've never played, but I've got Soul Blade, I think. Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast, Soul Calibur 2 on the GameCube, which is the best one of the lot by miles, by the way, because it's got Link. Soul Calibur 4 and Soul Calibur 5, I think. And I do love, I don't know if it's on here, but I do love the customer creation on 4. I built, well, who did we make? God, Jesus, Santa, who was suicidal. He used to just, samurai sword, pogo stick himself to death. Or who was the other one? Papa Smurf, maybe? I think. Yeah. And I think, if I remember rightly, yeah, we did a fighting tournament. I think Jesus beat God and Papa Smurf beat Jesus. So Papa Smurf was the ultimate warrior. Yeah, fun game. Also, randomly, Soul Calibur 4 had Darth Vader, Yoda, and actually, talking about Force Unleashed, had Starkiller from Force Unleashed on it. And you could fight on the Death Star, which was, I think it was the Death Star. It's either that or Star Destroyer. It's random. Yeah. It's me. This sort of stuff shouldn't come as a surprise to anybody, to be honest. Some of them characters I would make, it was just ridiculous. I said, we made Santa, I said, Jesus, and I have no idea who else we made, but it was a joke. It was so funny. Yeah, as for Santa, he used to get his samurai sword and literally go like that. I think it's actually an attack to do damage. The problem is if you miss, you kind of hurt yourself a bit. But yeah, so want to try this one. And for those who haven't noticed, it's got Geralt from, which one? Which finger is it? That one. Geralt from The Witcher. Problem is, my fingers are all back to front. I'm getting confused. So yeah, Geralt from The Witcher. And I think number 5 had Ezio from Assassin's Creed. So yeah. Fun game, I'm hoping, based on the other ones. And the other game is Super Monkey Ball Banana Mania. and this is the 20th anniversary one that came out a couple of years ago. So it's the first game, second game, and deluxe with all the stuff remade. Unfortunately, it's not quite as good as the originals, which is a shame, but it's still a lot of fun. I actually got this on Switch when it came out, but I bought this so I can stream it on Twitch, so I'm going to be doing that at some point. So also, for those that missed it at the start of the stream, I mentioned that I'm going to be relaunching my Twitch channel and streaming on there. This is one game I'm planning on streaming. Not just this, other ones, but this is a start. And I also like the fact that you do get to play as a Sonic and Tails, so that's pretty cool. And also, whoever came up with the idea of Monkey Ball is a genius, because putting monkeys and balls and rolling them around is a brilliant idea. Almost as crazy as some of the ideas I've come up with. So yeah. But yeah. And look, there's pictures of monkeys on the cover. Out of interest, that's Mimi and that's Ai. So yeah. So they're all the pickups I've had since, well, I suppose this month so far, actually. Possibly a couple more soon. Might be going to the local retro shop tomorrow weekend when I can be bothered, kind of thing. Maybe like one last small trip out before I go back to work next Thursday. Probably some beer involved. That's one thing I did do on Tuesday. I ended up going to the pub at the end of the day, got a couple of drinks, got a bus straight home, got off at the pub, had a couple more drinks, because why not? Yeah, so plenty of drinks involved. And I could really go for a beer, but I can't be bothered to go and get one, and the shop by me shut, so never mind. Maybe tomorrow. But yeah, so they're the pickups. I hope people have enjoyed the stream, really. It's, I said, it's a last minute thing anyway, so I never planned it being much or being very long, but I'm really happy with how it's gone. The comments I've just been reading them have been so funny. It's been a lot of fun, and I'm just glad that so many people have actually even come on, as many as have, and I really appreciate it. Thank you. I know what you mean. Some of the levels are quite frustrating. I think especially on this one, because the controls are a bit weird compared to how they used to be on the GameCube. But it's still a fun game deep down. I just wish they hadn't touched some of the mini games or party games. But yeah. Thanks, mate. I appreciate that. So I plan on doing more live streams soon, and that will include the Q&A ones. And I will also talk to you soon about that, mate. Thanks for coming along, Gordon. Much appreciate it. And the same to everyone. Thank you so much for coming here. It's been a lot of fun doing it. And this is just a teaser of what's to come on the channel. So thank you all. But for now, I will see you all later. Bye.